Hello there, welcome to We Are Crafted in His Image. I'm here today with our third project in this month's Cocoa and Crafts class. We are again still using the Irresistible blooms, and this is the card that we are going to make. I have it blank on the inside, but yeah, that's what we're going to make today. So, excuse me, let's go ahead and get started. Your stuff is in your packet here. Now, this one was in our very first, these were the pieces left over from the very first project, so I hope you held on to those. And there are a few things that you will need to cut out on your own. I have mine already cut out here, and I will show you what pieces I have cut. There we go. So in the kit, it came with 1/4 of a pack of the Designer Series paper. And from these two sheets here, you're going to want to cut out some of the flowers. And the cool thing with this card is you even get to use some of these half flowers on the sides. That's what these two flowers are here. So for one of my cards, I opted for the more orange for my full size flower, and then I have the more yellowy ones. Actually, this one is still pretty peach colored. Let me see, where are they at? Okay, so I have one from each sheet of the smaller of these flowers. There's 3 large ones, there's several small ones. I have one of each of the small ones from each page, and then I have some of the half size ones, the ones that are cut off. So these two I'm going to put with that flower. And these two I'm going to put with that flower. There we go. And then we have, altogether we have 4 sets of the triple leaves and 2 of the single leaves. And I'm going to go ahead and put them on there. And you can see I've almost used this entire sheet up. Some of these I've cut out for the 4th project, but I've almost used this whole sheet worth of leaves from this one. But I'd still have quite a few of these flowers left over for future projects. So let me get those out of the way. And then the other thing you're going to need to do is pick out your background piece right here. Now I have, you can see the front sides, they have a pattern on them. On the back they're a color wash. Some of them have a little white pattern. But this is the one that I'm going to use, which has these on the other side. Now, these two, one of these two we're going to use in the 4th project, so you're going to want to hang on to those. Make sure you don't use those up. Or actually, really your next project could be any one of these. Any one of these that is your favorite is what we're going to use. But those are the 2 that I'm going to choose from. So, what we need to do now is cut this piece to be our background. I have all my flowers done. Let me get them onto my tray so they don't get lost in the shuffle. There we go. And then this piece here, because I want to be able to get 2 out of here, we're going to cut that at 3 inches. We're going to cut it right in the middle. But before that, we're going to cut one side at 5 inches. So I'm going to cut off this 5 inches here. There we go. And then this one we're going to turn around and now cut it at 3 inches. So I have 2 3x5 pieces of cardstock, or Designer Series paper. And let's go ahead and start stamping and assembling. This actually goes together really, really quickly. In your kit, you already have the frames cut out. And I did cut these with our stitch rectangles, which are unfortunately now retired. So, not going to be able to use that one, but it's not too hard to cut out with the rectangle dies. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to my card bases, and I think I'll go ahead and do that before I fold. So let me get my adhesive here. Whoops, almost put the adhesive on the wrong side. Actually, let me go ahead and move one of these of everything away. I just want to do one on camera. I'm so used to having them both out here and doing it, but you guys don't want to sit through me making both of them. There we go. Get some adhesive. Oh, put that aside. I just said I wasn't going to do both of them. Okay, so this you want to center in the middle of your card. And obviously it's not going to have the same size borders on both sides, but you see my creases right there. There we go. And then before I fold, just because it's easier to do flat, I want to lay this on here. I'm going to stamp my thank you in here. Now you could choose whatever sentiment you want. I'm going to go with thank you again. Excuse me. Got my ink here. I'm going to use Memento Black for mine. I think it would also look pretty in pretty peacock. Make sure I'm well inked. There we go. And then I do want to lay this on here so I know exactly where I want to stamp. And then I'm going to kind of center it left to right and just below the top. There we go. That's all the stamping on this, unless you'd like to stamp a flower or leaves or something on your envelope. And now one thing I think I forgot to put in your kits is some dimensionals. So you will want to try to lift this up. You don't have to, it could go flat. You could use dimensionals for it. You could use our foam adhesive sheets and just cut them about 1/4 of an inch to go on here. I'm going to use our strips, our foam adhesive strips. They're already cut into strips to go on here. And so I'm just going to grab one off of here and go down the center. I have my scissors here somewhere. There they are. Okay. And because we're not making this into a shaker box, we don't have to line everything up perfectly. It's okay if there's some little gaps. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and cut this frame part so I can use that piece. Oh, come back here. And last bit. And because I'm putting this strip far enough in, I can go ahead and put this on before I do my flowers, because my flowers will have plenty of room to tuck underneath there. So I'm going to go ahead and take my backings off. Whoops. There we go. Then I'm going to show you a trick. Sorry, I had to go get my scoring board for this. But this is a little trick to help line these up. On our scoring board, I'm going to put this so hopefully you can see it in the camera. This corner right here, I'm going to go ahead and set my card into that corner there. And then I'm going to take this piece and just basically put it right into that corner and lay it down. And that is a great way to make sure that that gets lined up perfectly with the edge of your card without any problems. And then I can move this out of the way and go ahead and fold. I probably could have folded before I stuck that on there, because now getting my bone folder, there we go. Run it underneath there. Okay, so there is the front of our card. Now we need to get our flowers on. And like I said, I'm going to put these two with the more yellow. And then I want 2 of the 3-leaf ones and 1 of the double leaf. And really it doesn't matter. It's totally up to you how you want to do it. And now I'm going to bring in, let's see. First thing I think I'm going to do is put this flower here, so that I can see where I want to line up these flowers. So this is just going to need a little bit of adhesive, a little bit of glue down here. And before that glue dries, I'm going to go ahead and grab some leaves here, tuck them under. Come here. Tuck that under. Okay, and now, same thing with these. I'm just going to put some glue on the back. Tuck them behind. A little bit of glue. I love that we're able to use the little cut-off pieces on the edges of that designer series paper. So it really doesn't waste much of that paper at all. And then tuck this one back behind here, and there we go. Almost finished. Almost finished. We need to add some little bling to it though. So there we go. And for the bling, we need our fine tip glue pen, which is not in my where is it? I need to find it. Okay, I found it. It was in one of my other boxes that I was working on a project. So what we want to do now is we need to put the little bits of embellishments that we have here. And I'm going to move those off because I'm going to dump these into my tray. Now the pink and yellow dots, frosted dots, those are online. They are online exclusives. However, the little green ones that you find here, they are no longer available. They were in our Everything Fancy sequins, which are retired. But again, I did this project before our new catalog came out, and I'd already planned these, so that's what we're using. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of drops of, I'm hoping this isn't clogged right now. No, yay! Okay. To a little tiny drop there and a tiny drop here. Get this out. I need my big pink. Turn over, hurry up before the glue dries. Ew, stinker. There we go. So, pink one here. Need this out. And now for the little green hexagons. I really wish those fancy sequins hadn't retired. Those were so pretty. So versatile. Okay, we want a dot here and a dot up here. And that's going to be, let's see, I'm going to put a yellow one. And you can pick which ones you want to put. You don't have to put this exactly as I've got mine on here. There we go. Flip it over. And I think the way I did the dots is for one of them would be like I'm doing right now, and then the other would be opposite colors on the yellows and the pinks. Medium, yes. And another one of these. There we go. That card is finished. So, and I have all my pieces and parts to put my other card together in a few minutes after I wrap this up. So, project number 3 for our Cocoa and Crafts. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a fun little card. And until next time, God's love and blessings to you. Bye!